Bring your own device, or BYOD, is allowing the employees of a company to use its personal device, from smartphones to laptops, for both work and personal activities. BYOD is becoming popular nowadays as we are having the so-called demand of IT consumerization. Due to the increasing number of technically savvy workers, BYOD has a positive trend in demand, particularly its popularity among employees and companies. These companies are giving their employees the comfort and convenience of time when it comes to how and where the jobs could be done. Everyone in the workplace is collaborating anytime and anywhere, and that a timely decision, important information, or even urgent attention about the company is being addressed properly and promptly. With the ease access of companies' data, BYOD helps increase the employee satisfaction because it had made their work portable and flexible, resulting to a more productive employees. The company working with productive employees has an increasing return on investment. Example of companies using BYOD are Cisco and Intel. The objective of this research is to fully understand the importance of BYOD and be able to assess its advantages and disadvantages in order to arrive at a suitable decision whether a BYOD system is needed in achieving the company's mission or purpose.
At Intel, more than a half of the mobile devices used are owned by the employees. There are 19,000 employees out of the 100 employees involved themselves into the BYOD program while being able to use their own application. Ideally, it has brought about an increased productivity and a lot of cost has been saved. Intel used a concept of trusting its user regardless of the device's use. While researching about Cisco, it was found out that the use of BYDO has provided more work options by enabling employees to work where they are most comfortable in. In addition, it has improved the security levels, such as employees can hardly lose important data. The use of BYOD policy has a major benefit of reducing costs. Hardware costs are highly cut as the only costs that come about are the fund to purchase new devices and little maintenance through the upgrade of software and hardware. BYOD policy also improves the flexibility of work for employees, which is employees not only able to work at the office, they are also able to work at home or even in other countries. The use of BYOD policy has a major benefit of reducing costs. Hardware costs are highly cut as the only costs that come about are the fund to purchase new devices and little maintenance through the upgrade of software and hardware. Most of the companies should consider to use BYOD policy because that brings a lot of benefits to the company. Even BYOD policy brings a lot of benefit to the companies, but it's always better that the company improve their management and use specialized software for BYOD policy.
When examining the Bring Your Own Device policy, it is important and crucial to be aware of the risks associated with it. The Bring Your Own Device policy does have many advantages and can be very beneficial to an organization. However, there are some disadvantages or risks associated with this policy. When using the Bring Your Own Device policy in the workplace, organizations need to analyze security risks and whether the policy is worth the risk. Security and the Bring Your Own Device policy and personal use. A BYOD policy is difficult to navigate because it is problematic for a company to demand that an employee's family cannot use their personal laptop for personal use. It is difficult for an organization to limit personal use on an employee's personal device. It is also difficult to stop them from allowing other friends or family of the employee to use an employee's device. This can cause a risk because it is unsafe for an employee that has company information on their personal device to share this device with others, or risk allowing their young children to accidentally leak or release the information. When an employee leaves the organization or is let go by the employer. It is important when an employee leaves the organization or is let go by the employer that they do not take any information with them. It is very important to delete company information on a personal device. However, there are concerns about how to assure that without being able to wipe off a personal device completely, that the company information is deleted. Assuring that an employee leaving a company does not take company information with them to a new job is critical to understand and make sure it does not happen. With the idea that an employee has a personal device that they use for work matters can make it difficult when an employee is leaving the organization because an employer must delete all the information on that computer without risking deleting the employee's personal information or pictures. This can cause an issue. Training staff in the Bring Your Own Device policy. In order to minimize the risks associated with a BYOD policy, there should be programs implemented in order for employees to be well trained in the policy. The better the employees are trained and educated about this policy, the lower the risks are of any security breaches. Having a best practices policy in place for employees to follow is a great step that many other companies that use this policy implement in order to avoid any security breaches or risks. Passwords and safe networks. There are many things that a company can do in order to avoid or minimize risks associated with the Bring Your Own Device policy. Some of these things are having passwords and using safe networks. All personal devices should always be password protected. An employee should make sure that their password is not something that can be easily guessed by other employees, friends, or family. It should be a password that they will only have access to and a password that they will only know. Employees should take responsibility with their device to ensure it is always locked and protected. Another great thing that employees can do when using a personal device for work matters is setting a timer on their personal device. For example, they can set a timer of 20 seconds on their device that if it has not been touched, then it will lock automatically. This can help avoid risk of any security breaches. It is also important to use secure networks. A company can limit the employee from using open networks for work matters. This will ensure that the employee is not accessing work matters on any open network that can have a security breach. It is also ideal for employees not to allow strangers to use their personal devices. They have to understand that not everyone can be trusted with their work matter and to only allow people that they absolutely trust use their personal device. Trust employees. Only employees that a company completely trusts should be given access to the Bring Your Own Device policy. What an organization can do is start with a smaller group of people who are trusted to test run this policy and see if it works for the organization and if there are a lot of benefits for the organization. Conclusion. The Bring Your Own Device policy has great benefits and advantages to a company. Discussions need to occur throughout an organization to determine if the Bring Your Own Device policy is the right fit for the organization. The Bring Your Own Device policy needs to be executed in an efficient manner for maximum benefits to be attained. Security risks need to be determined prior to introducing the Bring Your Own Device policy to an organization. There should be an implementation of best practices policy, and there should also be a training and educate employees about the Bring Your Own Device policy.